minor illusion that pretended to be a box.
Yep. So last we left, heroes? Question mark.
Heroes?
Decided to investigate a Xantarim hideout where they believed an acquaintance of another acquaintance of theirs named Floon was being held. After entering a warehouse, you made short work of everyone who was residing in the... You made short work of all of the occupants and rescued another captive of theirs, one Renea Neverember. You ransacked the warehouse, looting it for everything that you could possibly get, until the City Watch walked in, and that's where we left off.
I got it. Yeah, I'm
Kitty
keeping on.
disguised herself as a member of the City Watch.
Yes.
Zalzava is currently a
I got
box,
myself.
and everyone else is
I'm trying to go close, like
in
my
a
character.
currently in a non-threatening stance. Plus, you captured 3 Kenku who are currently tied up.
Interrogation.
I'm trying to go close to my kitty, but I could not get the hair up and stuff right. At least I got the ears.
Captain asks, who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm pretending to be a guard.
Who is still visible?
I said,
I have
my
lines
name
with
is
the order of the
Danicus,
guards.
and we noticed that there were these 2 people, 4 of these raven humanoids hovering over a dead body and with blades out like they had killed the person, and we were trying to figure out why, and then we got attacked.
Interesting. Rhaenyra is gonna walk around. As soon as Rhaenyra becomes visible to the captain, you see him immediately straighten up, and his entire demeanor shifts.
Interesting. Quite interesting.
Well,
no, I'm not.
One death, 3 captured Xantarim, I think. Do you know which affiliation they're with? And he gestures to the 3 Kenku.
I do a history check to see if I remember who they're talking about as their boss.
Sure.
Did that go through?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it went through.
I'm still trying to pass of a city guard. Wait, city guard.
You're not even in Roll20.
What?
You rolling in Fantasy Grounds?
No, I'm not in Fantasy Grounds because I'd have to join somebody's game.
Yeah, he can be in fantasy ground.
Must have to reload.
I'll roll for you.
It's a +3.
You're in.
You got a 7.
So do I recall?
What
That'd be
you
a 10 then, right?
what exactly are you trying to recall?
Who they said was their boss? Somebody sends their regards, type of thing.
That was like about an hour earlier, so it's still fresh in your mind. That was the Xenathat.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, they
This
said
is
something
regard.
about that they were working for a person called Xanadar, and they kept on saying Xanagar sends his regards type of crap, like they were threatening us, like mobs.
Ah, interesting. Oh, sorry, slipped my mind. What were you doing here?
We heard, I'm gonna totally bluffing this. We heard somebody screaming like they were dying, and then we
I'm playing
investigated to
possum.
find out what was going on. And we noticed these 4 raven humanoids hovering over a body with daggers out like they had killed him.
I'm totally playing possum.
Make a deception check.
I did nothing,
Oh, I knew that
anything.
was gonna come out.
Oh, that's bad. That's totally bad.
I
Oh,
I can see a couple of problems with your story. Now,
I'm still shaking.
you're in the presence of esteemed company, so I'm going to let that one slide for now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can I judge by that actually the guard is being influenced by one of the underground guilds?
And make an insight check.
Oh. And sure, I don't have the insight open. Yeah, insight. Sure. Nope.
You had a hard time reading him.
That's all. I got investigation,
Now,
perception, and don't
you
have the
might
insight.
want to start telling me the truth, thank you.
I'm
Alright,
not
I'll get in
wise.
his face.
I'm not wise.
And I'll lean forward into his face and I'll say, listen here, we're working for Volo.
Who?
And our Volo, you know, the monster guide guy.
Never heard of him.
Insane, but
Well, you
it
should
should
read
work.
some more books. Now listen, we're here on a lead looking for Floon, I can't remember his last name. Floon, whatever. And all the leads led to here. And then we peeked into this place because of the tip, and we seen dead bodies on the floor. So we entered, and then a fight took place, and we rescued this gentleman, whatever his name
Oh
is.
gosh, I'm having way too many.
That true? Lord Neverember? Yes. Yes, it is. Alright. That's good enough for me for now. Did you manage to find your friend in here?
Still not. No.
No, we're still looking for clues inside here.
Yeah. Alright. Well, I will be posting several guards here. Make sure you don't make off with crates full of contraband. But
Maybe.
go on.
Oh, maybe you could help us with our investigation. Do you know why they would take Floon?
Renea speaks up. I do.
Okay.
Can you enlighten us then?
The Zentarum thinks that my father embezzled a large amount of gold while he was open lord, and he hid the dragons somewhere in the city.
Wow.
They think they can find it by using an artifact called the Stone of Galore, which was in the hands of the Xenathat Guild till recently. Apparently, somebody
Okay.
stole it. The Zents thought I knew something about all of this, but I don't. My father and I haven't spoken in years.
Well, at least we were able to save your life.
The
So we'll continue on,
Zentarum
and
thinks that
hopefully
my
Floon's
father
still alive.
embezzled a large amount of gold while he was open lord, and
You're
that
a
he
little
hid the
bit.
dragon
You're a
somewhere
little
in the
bit
city.
slow
They
there.
think they can find it by using an artifact called the Stone of Galore, which was in the hands of the Xenathat Guild until recently. Apparently someone stole it. The Zens thought I knew something about all this, but I don't. My father and I haven't spoken in years.
That's original voices.
Yeah, exactly what he said.
Yeah, so is that true enough for
Exactly
you,
what
bud?
he said.
Look at the town guard.
Yeah.
Well, I'm.
That's a first person original Dungeon Master who is now a player.
I'm not. You, I believe.
Well, if you want, we actually have a writ from Volo as well, a contract.
That doesn't matter to me. Well, I do wish you the best of luck in finding Mr. Floon.
What's going to happen to these Kenku?
They will be processed accordingly, and obviously, with the nature of the corpses, they will be tried for murder.
Okay.
And this Xanathar, anything going to happen to him? Because I work on his behalf.
Now I have to try
Finding the
to get away.
Xenathat is much harder than it looks.
Is
And-
there a reward for that?
Oh, substantial.
That
But-
is all that is bad.
A lot of the rumors say that Xenathat is a beholder. And
Well-
I wouldn't recommend fighting a beholder.
I just said,
Exactly.
a notification of where they are, maybe where their hideout is or something.
We actually had this place under surveillance for quite some time. Looking
So you-
for a dangerous Zentarum assassin.
And
This place we're in.
Yes, this
Gannick
place.
just kind of chuckles a little bit at the response and it says, "Who was sleeping that time?"
Exactly.
Doesn't matter.
Ask him what his name is. Does he have a name?
My name is Eustace Sturgett,
Justus, what?
and if you stir up any more trouble in the dock ward, you'll most likely be dealing with me again.
What was his name? Useless what?
Staggett.
Listen, Mr. Staggett. Did we cause any trouble here? Or are we cleaning up your mess that you missed?
Is he the captain of the guard?
Yes.
Okay, guard captain.
Listen here, friend. Not all City Watch officers are as nice as me.
And not all paladins are as nice as I am at the moment.
Oh,
Oh my!
I will order my men to arrest all of you right now if I so desire.
Keep the blood off the streets, okay?
Yeah.
For what?
Keep the blood of the streets. That's what he said.
For rescuing a noble?
I wish I could remember to use
yeah, I mean, we could
crap
get
a little bit more.
rewarded and you could be cleaning streets. Of not just criminals, but just like the trash all around it.
Then you'd be violating the Dung Sweepers Guild. We have laws in Waterdeep for a reason.
That's super cute. Great name.
They're to keep adventurers like you from taking every piece of credit that exists.
We are citizens. We are good citizens doing our citizenly like bit and helping out other citizens.
Get out of here. Find your friend.
Bye.
Best not to meddle in criminal matters. Leave this dirty business to the City Watch.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if your other friend would still be breathing. Anyway, catch you later.
As we're leaving, I whisper underneath my breath to Rock Tack, saying that guy really was pretty sucky. He was pissed.
I'm sure we'll bump into this guy again. He's as crooked as a dog's leg.
Probably I didn't figure out for whom
Sure
he's
he is.
swinging. Like for which side he's playing.
Alright. So Rutak, Gannicus, Rainier, and Sammy all leave. Zalzava is still a box, and Kitty is
I'm still a guard.
still a
Is-
guard.
As the
Is re-
conversation's gone well, Zalzavar would drop his illusions, try and sort of gently saunter to the side of Rutak and say, seems like you have some use after all.
He laughs and slaps the little gnome on the back, nearly breaking his back at the same.
Are you
He's
slapping him
so
just on
bug-
his back, or are you doing like a back of the head type of slap?
No, I don't want to knock him out, just on his back.
Well, have you seen the series NCIS at all? And,
The
No.
Gibbs slap.
I haven't.
yes, hilarious.
I haven't seen an NCA
Kitty.
yet. That's a series that's not playing here.
Eustace will tell you to investigate the second floor of the warehouse. Look for anybody else in the area
Right away.
and bring them downstairs.
So is Rainier going to come with us and we'll escort him back, or what's he want
No,
to do?
he's coming with you.
Oh, sweet as.
And I have been ordered to sweep the second floor.
Yep.
Me alone?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. He sends a couple of guys with you. You're all... The three of you are upstairs.
Do I see the ball bearings? I think one of the guys, I did hear them, but I did not see where they were dispersed.
They were up near a door to your. Hold on, I'll move you over.
Second floor.
They were on a. They were in front of a door. Where'd you go?
Second floor.
You're all the way over on the right-hand side of the map.
You said go to the second floor. I saw stairs. I went to the second floor.
You're in a room underneath the stairs.
Okay, then where is the second floor?
All the way to the right.
All the way to the right. Like bottom right?
Just keep going right.
If I go right, I'm going outside the building.
That's fine. Just keep going right.
Okay.
Keep going right.
We'll go. Somewhere over here?
A little bit more.
Okay. That's a huge map.
There you go.
Okay.
Should see stairs over here.
Okay, I do see the stairs over there.
Yep. Find the stairs. One of the guards says that he'll check some rooms to the north. Another one says that he'll stay by the stairs.
Okay. I want to go with the guard that's checking the rooms to the north.
Okay. Goes inside. All you see is dusty, abandoned office furniture filled with spider webs and rats.
Someone crashed. I think, or something crashed. Are there any doors here?
Yeah. You'd be able to see them.
Like 2 doors, no windows?
That first room, yeah, no windows.
I'm telling to the guard, you check the north, and I'll check this one on the west.
Alright.
That's weird stuff.
Step through. Door.
What
This time you see a window to the north and 2 doors to the side opposite you.
I see other stuff that looks like creatures, but I suppose I'm not supposed to see them.
No, you're supposed to see them. They're just little rats.
Okay, little rats look very weird.
Little tiny rats.
Uh-huh. Sure.
They are no threat to you.
Oh, okay, yeah, they're really rats. Okay, I will proceed and check the both doors.
Yep. It's all the same, really.
So, office furniture without anything else, like bookshelves.
There's bookshelves that are empty. They got, except for the spider webs. It's all the same, really.
Can I look for any hidden compartments or anything in both rooms?
Make a perception check.
Oh, yeah.
Notice that above all of the doors up in this area are little bells attached to a string, or wire.
Can I see where the wire leads?
Leads downstairs.
Can I try to disarm it?
Yeah. Make a dexterity check.
Can I use my thief's tool?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You snip the wire and nothing happens.
Okay.
The guards, both guards upstairs say, "There's nobody up here. We're gonna head back down. You fine up here by
Okay.
yourself?"
Well, I think I looked everywhere.
All right.
I didn't find anything, and it was supposed to be a
All right.
door. That was supposed
They
to be a
head
door,
back downstairs.
but it's not a door. It's actually a window.
What's the rest of the party doing?
I'm following Rutak.
Rutak, where's the party going?
We're gonna walk outside and see if our ride's still out there.
Your ride's still there. There's a couple of guards keeping an eye on it.
Are they messing with our horses?
Nah. They're standing at gate just watching the horses, watching the cart.
Okay.
Alright, so we're still waiting on Kitty, yeah?
Yep.
I can send her a message to tell her where to meet up.
Or we can just leave a trail of catnip for her to follow.
Just have a really long ball of string she can follow.
They're totally making
Just
fun
ask
of me.
Rainier where his place is.
Oh, I've been staying at the Yawning Portal.
Oh no, not that
What a
place.
coincidence.
Well, I think our Kenku friends gave us a clue of where Floon might be.
And where was that?
You have a very poor memory, don't you?
Yeah, I saw, after a week I sort of get a bit dazed.
It's only been a couple of hours.
Oh, sorry.
That was outside a game.
They're drinking too much.
He turns to you, Sammy. You seem like the one who would have the most memory of all of this. Seem the most intelligent.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, major diss to all these people.
The most intelligent, really.
The disrespect's getting real, son. Okay.
What's my intelligence?
He could beat all of you with one arm
Not
tied
great.
behind his back.
I'm charisma-based character.
I do pretty good knots.
Problem is the guys were already here in this area. So
You
they
remember
checked it.
where the Kenku said?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Turns to you, Zalzava.
The pure innocence, the little
Follow
girl.
the yellow signs in the sewer.
First boy. Oh, the yellow
So I'm
signs in the
assuming they've
sewer.
been done with yellow water.
Yellow water would wash away.
So there's pee all over the walls.
It's a sewer. What do you expect to be down there?
Roses.
Where at?
Roses. It's totally filled with roses.
You've never been in a city before, have you?
Never been in a city sewer, that's for damn sure. This place reeks.
One thing I know about the City Watch is they don't care what goes on in the sewers.
Yeah, the city guard does not go in the sewers.
All right. So does he want to follow us down the sewers? Does he come with us, or?
Yeah,
So-
he said he was.
So is there a street called Yellow or something like that?
There's no yellow street, but you find a nearby sewer entrance.
Well, that'll do.
Let's go.
You don't wash much, Rutak? You first.
Of course. I'll jump down.
Wait.
As you
Let me
jump,
hops on the shoulders.
as you jump down on the sewer route, a freshly made coat of brown covers your lower region.
All right. All right. Everyone come down, it's clear. And I'll move out the way. So I get this.
Everyone else takes the ladder to the nearby hardened, although still slightly wet concrete area.
I'll just trudge through the crap then.
Oh, guys. That's like
Kind of, stay away from Rucktack a little bit, but I'm saying you look like
No, it says you gotta blend in, you gotta camouflage in, even the smell.
While you guys are acquainting yourselves with the innermost workings of Waterdavian society,
I've got them not there.
as close as you can possibly get to another living creature and their histories. Kitty, what are you doing?
I'm checking up the upper floor and then I will be going like out. I'm checking for anything that's hidden, and if the guards have already left, I'll check the boxes too.
You peek downstairs and you see that most of the guards have left, but there's 2 or 3 remaining.
Didn't they say they are going to leave?
There's 2 who are staying behind to clean up mess. One guard, and then you see one guard walk from underneath you, who is cataloging boxes.
Okay, then I will check for anything that's like hidden compartments, hidden walls, hidden entrances, or exits.
Make a perception check for the 2nd floor. Don't find anything hidden on the 2nd floor.
Can I go check the 1st floor too?
Sure. Let you use that perception check for 1st floor. Do you find something?
Okay, what do I find?
You find a hidden room.
Okay, nice.
You find a secret door on the northmost wall.
Can you move my avatar towards there?
Yep. But I think you can turn off the sewers.
yes, Laura.
Yep. I'm still not in the sewers.
Not in the sewers right now. Yeah, you see a little door right in front of you, straight to your north.
Okay, just I departed, just before I departed from the second, I was like, guys, I'm going downstairs and then I'm going back to the base. I will try to open it and go inside and close it behind me.
Yep. You open the door, you hear a faint ding 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 from upstairs.
Is that the ball bearings?
That was the other bells that you didn't disconnect.
Didn't I find only one?
Yeah, you found one in the room that you checked. But inside this room, you find 2 wooden crates.
I want to go through the crates and see what's in there.
Alright. The first crate contains 4 wood-framed paintings wrapped in leather. The second crate contains 15 10-pound silver trade bars. All black from corrosion, but still worth a sizable amount.
I'll pocket these. Can I pocket them or they're so heavy?
1 bar of silver weighs...
Bag of clothing. I miss you. Bag of clothing.
Not entirely sure how much that would weigh.
So,
Oh, they're 10 pounds. So that'd be 150 pounds. How many do you want to carry?
Like the first row of them from the crate. So it's going to be like there is nothing missing, just the crate's like full.
Alright, so say...
How many are like on the first row?
Say about 3.
Okay, then I'll carry 3.
Alright, so that's 30 pounds worth of silver on your person. You open the door again. Ding, 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 ding. Close the door again. Managed to do it before the...
I want to disconnect it after I hear it the first time.
Alright, it's easy to spot the wire from where you are. Cut the wire. It's silent. Step through. Close the door behind you. The guards... One of the guards has his back to you. Going through a crate and writing down what is inside one of the crate. What's inside the crate. Guard turns to you.
I look at him and I'm like, actually I am faking that I am searching the wall because I already found it, and I'm pretending that I don't know it's there. I'll be like, oh mate, there, I think this is loose here. And I will open the door and I'm like surprised. Wow, there is a room. And I see crates. Maybe you should come look what's inside these crates too.
Alright. Guard puts away his ledger and walks into the room. Looks at the crates. Oh, that was stolen from the docks just last week.
Oh, nice. We found some contraband.
And that, I don't know where that was stolen from, but be happy to let... we report that we've found a sizable amount of silver. Thank you. Thank you, guard. You are dismissed. Rest of the night is yours.
Isn't he like my equal?
He's wearing a uniform of a slightly higher up.
Okay.
He's like a sergeant.
Okay, and I'm a private.
Yeah.
Not that. Okay, and I will go out, move away.
Yeah.
Just a question, a game question. The paintings were too big to like put them in my backpack and go away. It will be really visible, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be spotted easily carrying the paintings out.
Okay. Okay, then I will leave this and I'll try to look for the rest of the guys.
Yeah. Make a survival check.
Okay, that's weird, but I'll make a survival check. Not my greatest one. Natural 20.
You easily find them. They parked their cart right next to the sewer entrance, and you hear the sound of a dwarf trudging through sewage.
Are they that loud and audible?
Well, you did roll a 20.
Yeah.
I'll go down and check if there is a safe area where I can walk on, like the sidewalk to the sewer that nothing can get to me.
It's still a little damp, but the smell is rancid, but it's good enough.
Okay, when I drop down, I'll be like going down as a guard, and when I step on the ground, I won't be a guard anymore, so I'll be changing my disguise with every step of the ladder.
Yep.
So I'm no longer a guard.
You descend. All of you hear the what's everyone's passive perception? Except for you, Kitty.
9.
Perception 12.
That'll probably be Zalzavar.
Yeah, Zalzavar's 13.
Zalzavar, you're the only one to hear it. You hear the sound of foot falls on metal ladder from behind you.
From behind me?
Yeah.
Nice. How far are the others in front or behind?
Who's leading charge?
Me, of course.
Rutak, then I don't know if I'm at the rear or the middle.
The tunnel, the sewer, goes in two directions. The ladder is in the center.
That's alright. What I'll do is I'll just put up quickly cast a black or a really dark grey that sort of environment colour to try and shield us. It'll start about 1.5 feet above the ground, 1 foot above the ground, and then reach 5 foot up. So it provides us a shield between the noise and ourselves that I can obviously see through as a knowing it's illusion, but perhaps they won't on the other side. And then I'll just observe what happens.
Yeah. Stepping off the ladder, you watch as a guard's form shifts back down into Kitty.
I'll wait for the others to go forward, and I'll wait for Kitty.
I assume I won't be able to see the guys.
Correct. Second
Maybe
point of
that's
order.
a lot.
Who does not have dark vision?
That's a good question. I'm a kitty cat. I have dark vision.
I think we all do. None of us are human. Or half elves. Oh, halflings.
Sammy's a halfling but has 120 feet dark vision.
The
That's interesting.
stupid sorcerer shenanigans. Alright.
Pretty much not fair.
There's nothing in this.
On one side of the sewer, you do see a tiny symbol drawn on the wall in chalk. Palm-sized circle with 10 equidistant spokes radiating out from its circumference.
Your passive perception cannot be that high at level 2.
It's not yellow.
No matter what are
You
your
can't
stats.
see color in dark
We are level 2.
darkness.
At a higher level, I assume it can get to 27.
Everybody forgets about that with dark vision. Can't make out color. Everything's in shades of grey.
Yeah.
Let's try lighting a little fire underneath it. Create bonfire. Just for a little while.
Create a small fire and it flares up.
There could be methane in here, man.
Boom!
Where did it go?
You see that the symbol is indeed yellow.
I have light. Yeah, I do have light.
And it leads and down the hall leads towards a T intersection.
And do I see the light they have created?
Zelzova, is the barrier still up?
The greyness. I think I'd drop it if I knew it was Kitty. I didn't say yes though.
You didn't say anything after you get the barrier up.
That's right. I didn't do anything. But the character probably wouldn't be concerned if they worked out who its Kitty is and drop it. It's I think it's concentration. Let me just check.
I don't know.
It is not concentration.
No, it's 1 minute. So I don't. I can dismiss it as an action. So it's still up, that greyness.
So, Kitty, you just... Yeah? What are you doing?
How
Oh, good.
wide and how tall is like the barrier? Like, is it covering all of the sewer surface?
No, it's just covering the passage on the edge. So it's 5 foot wide, starts a foot off the ground, and then extends to 6 foot in height.
So you do see the reflection of firelight from down the hall, down this corridor.
I'm heading that direction.
Right. Keep following it. You get to where greyish barrier is.
I like wave my hand. I'm trying to touch it.
Your hand just passes through.
Oh gosh, the guys. And I walk forward.
We walk through, and you see the entire rest of the party ahead of you, looking absent-mindedly at a wall.
I'll approach. I was like, guys, what are you looking at?
And you see that little symbol.
Do I recognize it?
It was on a couple of the Xenathat guild members' hands.
Okay, so it's the symbol of the Xenathat Guild.
Ahead of you is an intersection. Goes one of two ways.
I want to go both ways and check for that symbol again.
Right. You look down the path to the left. You head down that way a little while, and you eventually see the symbol once again.
Okay, guys, Xenathat, that way. Do we want to go there? Are they
Let's go.
still staring at the symbol?
It's a very pretty symbol.
Sparkly.
There's one more that way, which means either way, forward or backwards, that's like Xenathat Guild path. Do we want to go there? Is the question.
Absolutely, I've always want to look.
Follow the path round. It leads you towards a four-way intersection. Got forward, left, right, and back.
Zelfal, I might have a look around to see if you can see sort of evidence of recent passage or frequent use.
You do see going down the right path the same symbol.
Zelfal, I was going to sort of suggest the others lead on and looking for tripwires, sensors, marks as we move our way along in a stealthy fashion, looking for things that might be hidden or perhaps present a warning bell to others, given that some...
Alright.
I want to join this one, looking for stuff that he's not looking for, just hidden. If he's looking like on the ground, I'm looking over the ceiling and stuff. Or on the walls.
Alright. Both of you make perception checks.
What's that deception?
Perception or investigation?
Well, at the moment you're just looking. You're not like
Sure.
getting up close.
Not a great roll.
Ugh.
Alright. Making your way feels like uptown.
I don't like this double system rolling.
You enter you begin to hear the sound of what sounds like a small waterfall.
Oh, what a thing.
You get to a large opened area. Still a path that goes around. It's probably 20 feet from one end to the other.
I assume it's
You look down and you see a pool of all sorts of violence.
What sort of dimensions?
20-foot radius. The path sticks out about. There's a walkway that extends 5 feet out, no railing, and it descends about maybe 40, 50 feet.
I missed
To
that.
the water or the slush?
To the slush below.
And it's a dead end?
No, you see a path continuing on opposite it.
Kitty, do you think you could have a look down the walls there? Climb
Sure,
down
no
and have a bit of
problem.
a look? Just be careful. If anything goes wrong, yell and I'll throw your attack in.
Yep, I'm here.
You literally will throw him in.
He's already dropped himself in anyway, so...
You look over the edge, and emerging from the slush, you see what looks like a large tentacle.
Guys, there's something moving down here.
Is somebody's pet they flushed down?
It's a.
I think I used my one and only spell. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, why?
It doesn't get all the way up. It gets to about maybe 10 feet. And just pulls some slush down below, down underneath the wet water.
Yep, I did use it.
Yeah, I think that might be a bad idea to go down there.
Maybe we can
Kitty,
try
I'm
to
wondering if
pull
you
it upwards.
If you want to play in the sludge, that's your business.
I totally don't. That's why I suggested we plug it out.
You watch as a bat flies down towards the sludge, and one of the tentacles shoots up, wraps around it, pulls it under the water.
Waste
Pulls me.
disposal.
Wait, what did the tentacle pull under the water?
A bat.
Okay. Guys, this is totally aggressive.
Or else it's just hungry.
I don't feel like tentacle food. I really don't.
Organicus, I wonder if you could slip by and just see what's down the other side.
Okay. We can try to pull it out, neutralize it, and then slip in and see what's in there.
You might be looking at the tip of the iceberg, sort of say.
Our job's floon. There's no profit there.
I have to agree with Zalsavar here.
Okay. And I'll go forward stealthily. I'll try.
Make a stealth check.
Not very good.
Alright. You tiptoe around. Doesn't seem to be a response from whatever lurks beneath water. You make your way around to the other side, and
I
you
turn
do
back
see.
and I motion
You
for
do
the
see-
guys to come forward.
You do see the symbol of the Xenathat Guild again.
I'm like hand gesturing, guys, it's safe that way. I'll just wait for the guys to come over, and so we continue forward together.
Might suggest to Rutax, probably Noise and the others, that perhaps a good idea might be to have a rope that we could perhaps hold on to in case it grabs him, and we can sort of try and pull him free rather than relying on his own little muscles.
Yeah, why not?
I had similar idea earlier when I was going to check what's
Tug a
down there.
dwarf.
Alright.
So do we need to make stealth checks to slip through?
Yes, please.
I'll go first. Or who's going next, I should say. After Kitty.
I'll go next after Kitty.
Alright.
Okay.
Zalzavar and Gannicus, you tiptoe your way across quietly. and you regroup with Kitty. What are Sammy and Ritak doing?
Yeah, I was going to say the same.
Sammy will whisper to Lutek, "Be careful," and then he'll make his way across.
You make your way across.
And I'll just follow up from behind.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's fine.
No matter how many times you roll, you still are so consistent.
Sammy's awfully quiet today.
Clang, 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 clang.
Yeah, lots of
No
clang,
response.
And don't forget the smell.
Yeah, the beautiful aromas of Rutak are following you.
clang. Is Ruta class?
Yep, I'm bringing up the rear at the moment.
Maybe the clanking is masked by the smell.
That's alright. I prefer a stand-up fight than all this sneaking around.
Well, I think you obtained a natural repellent for what's down there.
From what you could tell, it was actually pulling in refuse.
Whoa, lucky I didn't go too close.
Yeah.
It's okay. You were out of reach of the tentacles anyway.
I may as well continue on then.
Keep following the path.
I'm pinching my nose as Ruta comes in the vicinity.
Yeah, Sammy, this place is pretty dark. Do you think you perhaps might have the skills to go first? Or a suggestion? Given that it's shadowy and kind of your edgy goth thing.
I can see a little further.
Do you want me to illuminate the path?
Well, the darkness is our friend at the moment. It's the noise that's the problem.
Well, I can't help with that. Just tell me if you can't see. I have a light, can't see.
I can see. So the sign of the Xenathat, we can see that. Perhaps we should press on. And it
I don't like this idea.
be well to have a short blade or something available. At least those in the back. Those in the front, no, we might try and see if we find someone. We might just try and weasel our way through a little bit.
You continue making your way through. Eventually, you find after about an hour of following signs through the tunnels, you come across a three-way intersection where a ladder leads up into a stone shaft, capped by a circular metal cover. One of the familiar chalk symbols is marked on the leftmost wall, the left intersection.
Which looks like the most used route.
The Xenathat symbol on this three-way intersection is to the left. And floating near the symbol is a spherical grapefruit-sized creature with bulging central eye and 4 stumpy eye stalks. Turns to you and bares its teeth. And I would have you all, lords and ladies, roll initiative.
Guys, I think we found the guardian!
Oh, here we go. First beholder.
I cannot select my... I can select my token?
Ah,
Oh,
I
I
rolled
can.
20. but I
No,
don't know.
I
I ended up
can
with the turn
just...
order.
Yeah, mine is not the round one.
So how do you get it into the tracker?
Click on your token.
Is that what it did wrong?
Yeah,
I thought that was
it's
my
okay.
job.
I'll do it for you. Attack.
Your initiative is on the core page between your armor class and your speed. Armor class and speed, and there is initiative
Right.
here.
There you
I'm always chaotic neutral.
draw. Six.
Map in progress.
Align yourselves as you see fit.
Yeah, I'd say I'm probably a bit. I'm saying I'm probably in the front.
I'm staying
Where's
in
the
the
creature?
back.
Creature is around the corner.
Oh, it's a small one.
Guys, isn't everything? As Timo says.
What does this mean? It says you wanted to send the result of this roll to the turn
You've done the
tracker.
same as I
but no
have.
valid-
It means you just didn't click on your token when you rolled initiative.
I got a 24.
Yes, you did.
Yep.
So top of the round is Gannicus.
I am going to use my crossbow.
Yep.
Or should I say my short bow.
I'm perfect in position.
Okay, that'll hit. So click on where it says short bow and that'll roll your damage.
I rolled a natural 20.
Without a second thought, you just
Hold on.
impale it through the eye.
That was damage?
Oh wait, no, it wasn't.
No, 15 is not your damage. You have to click on the sword bow plus 6.
I have to
In the
click in the
chat log.
chat.
Yes.
Yeah, in the chat log.
So
Alright.
that didn't show my
8
critical
points.
then.
Yes, it did.
Did it?
7 plus 1.
Don't I get 2 rolls for that?
It
Roll.
did. It did the second roll as well.
I only did 1d6.
No, you rolled again, so it was working off the 15, not the 20. So you need to roll another one.
No, it did. It did.
I did.
Yeah, because it's got the.
Yep, I
Not
cannot
seeing
click
it.
on it.
It says 7 plus 1.
Yeah, but
The second, the plus 1 is the crit damage.
Which is interesting.
You only rolled a 1 on the next one roll.
Yeah, but you got
So you
2d6.
rolled a 7. And
His damage should have been 2d6 plus dex.
Yeah, it is 2d6 plus dex.
Oh,
The first d6 was a 3 and the second d6 was a 1. And he had a plus 4 dex.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it'll actually if you hold your
I can
mouse
see it
over
now.
it, it'll show the equation.
That's right. I've just worked out how it works. It's fine.
okay.
Alright. Alright.
Thank you.
Now it is
That's
the
quite
gazer's
interesting.
turn, who is going to fire his that one
We are perfectly aligned.
at 1, 2, 5. Alright. Alright. So I would like Zalzavat to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Is it magical?
Yes, it is.
Now, how do we do that?
Getting scary already.
Ah, there it is. Wisdom.
Are we all rolling this one?
Nope. Zalzavar, you are frightened
Oh.
as a beam of black energy just fills your mind with dread and trepidation.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, Amelia, make
Kiki.
make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, my other character name is India. Dexterity saving throw. Oops.
Ooh, that's nasty.
I know.
A beam of bluish white energy slams into your body, and you take 7 points of cold damage.
Okay, so I think I have 18 health. Yep.
And it's going to use its movement to fly up to the ceiling. 10 feet up. Zalzavar, you are afraid of this creature.
Yep. I don't want to look at it, so I point at it and I cast minor illusion so it's covered in a little black box. Can't see it anymore.
Yep.
It can't see me. And then I move down around the corner here. That's it.
Awesome. Rutak. It is 10 feet up in the air.
It's also basically invisible now.
Yeah.
I piffed a javelin at it. Did
You
I hit
have... Yes, you did. Even with disadvantage. You throw your javelin with all your might, and the noises from the creature just suddenly go silent.
Nice.
Did it drop out of the cube?
It dropped out of the cube with the javelin taking up 98% of its body mass.
I'll walk up and recover my javelin then.
There is nothing left of this creature.
Oh, it's alright.
Could almost toast the marshmallow.
Okay. What is it? What kind of warlock are you? It's celestial, healing, light. Okay, so you roll a number of d6s. Just roll d6. There it is. You have the healing light ability there on your sheet in attacks and spellcasting. Heal 2 from that one. You can cast it up to 3 times. So that'll be all 3 of your dice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have full of d6s, you would have 1 plus your warlock level in total.
3.
You have 3 dice.
Yep. And you can only use a maximum number or equal to your charisma modifier. So you could use all 3 of them if you wished.
Are the remains still stuck on the javelin? Are we able to get them?
A lot of it is viscera on the javelin, still oozing.
Zelzavar will prod at it and just sort of inquire with his small daggers, just sort of trying to get a measure of this thing for his own personal fascination.
It's not acidic, correct?
It is not acidic. It looks like it may have been Frankenstein together at some point.
Do I see any sticks around where I can see if there's any other objects inside the creature?
See, well, the javelin destroyed a lot of its internals. Because the javelin is pretty big compared to its face.
Yeah, but you never know who or what thing might have been swallowed if it got anybody else.
The teeth were very fine and almost piranha-like. Look at the corpse, and bits of it are salvageable, but not too much. Make an Arcana check. You've never encountered anything quite like this before. You have a general idea of what a beholder looks like, just from stories other adventurers have told, but for the most part, yeah. It matches some description, but it doesn't have enough eye stalks.
I don't know, perhaps you could ask the next one.
If it's a baby beholder, that's going to be a really angry mommy beholder.
Quite possibly.
It attacked us, we defended ourselves.
Currently pulling the corpse towards where the waterfall is. So where are you going? It's already been taken out. Throw this creature into the. You head back where you came about 10 minutes. Back about an hour, sorry. It'll take you an hour to get to where you were. There is. I was saying that there was. Alright, take it back a little ways, put it into the water, and slowly floats back towards where the tentacle things were. You group with the party. Where are you going? You're in that. You see so you're at a three-way intersection. Xenathat symbol is to the left, down the leftmost tunnel. Right has no ornamentation, and you see a ladder in front of you. Yes, a Xenathat symbol leads to the left. No, the left path is not a dead end.
Let's go left then. I'm not sure what we're gonna do when we get there. It's not too late to turn back.
No, I want the money. We could do it. Well, whatever Volos have in mind, it's got to be worth something.
What sort? Landscapes? Portraits? So they are criminals.
Keep traveling about 5 more minutes. The main sewer tunnel expands into a circular hub with a pair of arrow slits carved into its outer walls, directly across from each other. Two passages can south. Stone door is set back wall of a stone ledge to the west. I will make those appropriate. Bells of- Yep. Placing you guys down. Please hold. Alright. Guys are on the map.
So we can spot an arrow slit.
Yeah.
And what's... Oh, we can't see what's behind that. And there's a door to the left.
Yep.
And we've come from the south-north.
Check for traps, maybe.
Yeah, you've come from the south side heading.
Well, there's a door to the left, and that's always of interest. And then there's something on the right. What Zalvazar will do, given we've seen the arrow entrance, he'll just cross that entrance just a little bit away from it. He'll just cast what looks like a fine, obscuring rain or mist of sort of a very light, sludgy grey. And he will slip up here around the edge and just have a good look round the corridor for other arrow slits or anything like that. I give you a
Make a stealth check.
14. Zalzavar, as she moves, points up to the roof of the sewer.
You, Elzeva, very fun.
Sorry, you broke up then.
You sneak up to the area. You see 2 arrow slits. You peek inside one of them, and you can see a goblin currently asleep.
Okay. Am I small enough to slide through the arrow slit? Being a small creature, or is it bigger than that?
It's about as small as an arrow.
It's proper.
Yeah.
And down the 2 corridors, I can't see anything of interest. And the other arrow slit, you said there was a second one?
Yep, right in front of Kitty.
Okay. So what's the path north? There is no path? Or you have to walk through the sewage water?
You have to walk through the sewage water, and it's just more sewage that flows north. Flows south. Yeah, you peek through and you see another sleeping goblin.
Sure. What's the door? What kind of door? Is it locked door or not?
It's a stone door.
Barred from the inside, or is it locked?
It does. It is not locked.
Is there a symbol on that side?
You do see the You do see the symbol sitting on the door.
Ah, I think we're supposed to go through the door.
Well, Sammy, perhaps you should go through the door looking like a goblin.
Well, it'll take me 2 weeks to make a goblin disguise.
Maybe not then.
A really tall goblin.
Pretty
Who's
hairy
got the
for a
best
goblin.
stealth?
Probably myself or that, but I was thinking more a upfront approach.
What, you want me to boot the door off the hinges and go straight in?
No. Zelva's gonna just look around the door for traps or hidden markings to start with.
Alright, make an investigation check.
Yep, 20.
No traps.
I'm gonna open the door, not loudly, but boldly, and step into the room.
Alright. Surprisingly, for a solid stone door, it makes no noise.
Well, it shouldn't talk, it's a stone door. Inside the room, what should I see?
A hallway leading north,
Shall I move my
and
token?
a door at the end of the hall.
Shall I move my token?
Yes, please.
Oh, an arrow slit. Great.
Oh, and an arrow slit. You can lower your height I buy up to 1 foot.
Zelzavar's going to slip up the corridor nonchalantly, but staying out of the way of the staying out of the direct line of the arrow slit, but just being careful rather than avoiding, maybe sort of the dodge type action. Slide up, there looks like another door, so have a look at that one.
It is exactly the same as your first door, just without the symbol.
Very good. We might have a listen at the door, see if we can hear around the gap or any noise, or if there's any light coming from underneath the door.
Make a perception.
12.
You wouldn't be able to make yourself. Yeah. Dalza, you hear the sound of goblin snoring.
Is anyone coming up behind or sort of around the corner? Looks like Rutak's just sticking out.
Yeah, Rutek's blocking the way.
I'll have everybody make me
Sorry.
a stealth check.
Myself again?
Not you. Not Kitty and not Zelzafel. Ritak, Gannicus, and Sammy.
Oh yeah.
That's good enough.
Very stealthy and I stink of crap.
Gannicus, you quickly pick up Sammy as he goes to step on what looks like some sort of very loud, fragile material.
Like a piece of glass.
Yeah, like a piece of glass. You just pick Sammy and put Sammy down where he wouldn't be able to cause it to crack and make a loud noise.
Well, if it's all quiet, Zalzavar's going to make sure his daggers are sort of concealed but close at hand. His small silver things in hand, and I'm going to pull out my map case in one hand, and I'm going to open the door and walk through with a confident sort of sensation, like I belong there.
You step through, footsteps quietly ringing in the area, but quiet enough that nobody would be disturbed by them.
Sure. And what do I see here?
You see a room to your south, rusty wrappings and threadbare clothing littering the floor of the area. But contains nothing of value. To your north, you see a alcove that leads to where you assume the arrow slits would be connected to, and a stairwell down.
Sure. Zelzavar's going to walk with caution upwards, walk across the alcove. I assume I see the sleeping goblin.
You do. He is holding a short bow like a little teddy bear.
Ah, lovely. I'll continue onwards and down the flight of stairs. The others, I'll sort of get them to stay, flash at them to stay a little way behind and slip down the steps.
Down the steps, at the bottom of the stairs, the path immediately turns right.
Yep, I'm just going to look for some sort of floor trap at this point, like a warning bell, perhaps.
I don't see any that effect.
slide around and along the corridor.
Yep. Although it looks like a dead end, it is not. It's a tunnel tunnel that connects to.
A tunnel. Oh, yep.
So
Yep.
yeah. So the path just continues on. It's just as
Sure. At this
the
point?
stream is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. At this point, do I see anything?
At the end of the hallway, this corridor, is something. Tell you what that room. Event. Any day now.
What do you want me to do?
Sorry, I'm just trying to correct. You see 6 tattered straw-stuffed mattresses, nothing of value.
Sure, I'll take it on thing and I'll make my way down to the next door, just checking it generally, and I'll wait for the others to catch up.
At this point,
Yep, I just keep going right.
Should I tie this goblin up and gag?
I'm not there to say.
do what makes you happy. Zelsifer, while you're there, you hear what sounds like movement and furniture being dragged, placed in front of a door.
The door in front of me?
No, it sounds a little bit further away. You hear a familiar voice back from the tavern, yawning portal, say, "It's not going to do any good. You need to block. You need to block underneath the door." Get blankets.
A voice from the yawning portal. Is it the orc lady's voice, perhaps?
No, it's the human males.
Ah. I'll wait for the others to come in.
Alright, I'm gonna tie up and disarm this goblin
Right. The
and
goblin,
just hide him in the
the goblin just as you grab him,
cover his mouth before he screams.
cover his, just hear a muffled as you tie him up and gag him.
Just hide him in the corner.
Yep.
Did he have anything on him, like keys or anything like that?
Did have a small pouch on him.
Just go for his pouch, see if he's got any keys or anything.
Find 2 copper pieces.
Alright. Throw it to Sammy. How many arrows and stuff did he have?
Just a quiver worth. 20.
I'll just take the quiver. With the arrows. Arrows.
Yep.
It will show up. Alright, I'll head off. And I'll give it to someone that needs arrows.
What's everyone else doing?
Sammy was playing lookout for Rutek, and then we'll follow as he goes up.
That goblin. Not available for fighting.
The others are in.
What's Gannicus doing?
Steve, you awake? You might have fallen asleep.
Fair enough. Uh, Zalzavar waits until Gannicus turns to Gannicus and says, "We're going to go in there. Just look a bit confident, like you belong there, and we'll see what we can do. Just follow my lead." The others, if you hear some sort of yelling, screaming, sounds of ball bearings, or a big cloud of fluffy white dust, I'd suggest things have not gone quite so well, and perhaps
Yeah,
some
we'll
follow
leave.
up.
I would close the door and go.
The Dutch, the, the Dutch courage of halflings. Zalzavar, make sure the others are out of the way, and he'll open the door with confidence.
Yep. As you open the door, you see human male trying to find currently moving furniture with a bearded, grey-skinned dwarven fellow who is currently dragging a what looks to be a large piece of furniture behind him.
Have they noticed me at this point?
As the door opens, they turn to you. They, "Oi, who, who are you?"
Good afternoon. My name is Legros Bupan, and I am from the sewer construction
You
and...
talk too much. Yeah. And he
Ah,
pulls out his great axe, not his great axe, or whatever Dura does.
when I say I'm from the guild, I'm here for the permit.
And points to his axe and says, "I got your permit right here." And that's where we'll end it for today.
Ah!
It's a war pick.
Ooh, that'd be nice. I'll have to confiscate that.
That was fun.
So, what are the two characters there? Sorry.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry.
All right.
Oh, we finished.
What? Oh, that's what I get for responding.
Appropriate. All right. Long story short, quick summary. You found where the Zentarum hideout possibly be.
Let's
So
destroy
what
it.
happened after that Uzi thing we fought earlier?
We passed our way through a sewer. We found a couple of arrow slits and a door marked with the Zentarum. Slipped in, worked our way through the corridor. Rutak trussed up a goblin that was asleep as a guard post, and we've made our way down the flight of stairs into this room with his lovely negotiating companions.
And then we got the jump on a goblin that was supposed to be playing guard.
Yeah, he was asleep.
Oh wow.
It was an easy jump for someone like Gannicus.
Yeah,
Rutak.
he is not capable of fighting back at the moment.
Is he knocked out and then tied up or what?
He's tied up and very conscious.
Interesting. Well, good job, everyone.
Not bad
Too
for
bad
an
I missed
afternoon
it.
work.
I
I was from the Sewer Construction and Sanitary Services Guild.
Also, you guys are about to pick a fight with a Duragar and a rogue.
Human.
And
Right.
I will give you guys your XP.
Oh, all 2 points.
And because Rainier is part of the party, he also gets a share because that's what it says in the DM's guide. Everyone gets 25 XP.
403.
Hmm.
You guys should be level 3 by the end of this.
By the end of what?
By the end of this done.
Hmm. What
If not, damn close.
has
God,
How
Xenathat decided what kind of rogue he's going to be?
I'm not sure yet.
Swashbuckler might come in handy.
How much XP did we get?
25.
403, you're at.
Sweet.
Yeah. Not every combat has to be AoE. I mean, Warlocks are.
How much XP do we have on us?
403.
That's 400 and how much total?
403.
I must have missed some numbers because I only had like 338.
You
Uh,
missed last time.
Oh,
You weren't here, were you? Were you asleep?
yeah, he fell asleep.
I'm sorry, everyone. That's just there's
okay,
lots
I
of stuff
understand.
going on in my life. This week I'm working 6 days. Today's my only day off. And it's gonna be
And you had
raining
to get up-
outside.
And you had to get up early.
Yeah, I know, right? But I get to go sleep till about 9 o'clock, and then we have to go see a doctor after that.
Very good. Excellent.
It's about 6:06 right now on my time.
That's reasonably early. It's not too bad.
No, I mean, literally for you guys, I'm only waking up like a half hour earlier than what I normally do. So I'm normally up by 4:30. And so
Oh,
you guys do
I'm
this,
usually
by
up.
4.
I'm usually up by 5:30 in the.
Very similar.
But these 12-hour days are starting to kick my ass.
I'm sure they will.
I've done 12-hour days.
Well, that's my regular, but doing 6 of them in a row is starting to suck.
Yeah, my
I've
longest.
done 14 and 16s, but that was out of town.
In
Yeah, but-
Australia, that's actually illegal.
My longest shift's 36 hours.
14 and 16-hour days?
Nah.
Unless it's illegal if you don't get paid overtime.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
not if you work in the security industry.
In this security industry's fucking rigged anyway.
Blows.
I
Yeah,
tried.
them-
I wanted to get into control room security.
Don't bother. It's crap.
we used to have really good benefits when I came to work. Like our PTO that we used to count towards our 40 hours for overtime. And then back before I started, which is about 6 years ago, a little over, anytime you worked over a 12-hour shift, you got overtime for that plus your plus 40 as well. Let's see. Oh yeah, holidays. Now they got it rigged where if you got core holidays and whatnot that they call them, and you can either take that unpaid or paid. And if you don't take it paid, you can bank those holiday hours for later on in the year. But if you got to use them before the end of the year, otherwise you lose them. And if you work on an actual holiday that's yours, we no longer get the double pay. They only have to pay time and a half. So there'd be like days when I'd work on a holiday, 12-hour shift, and we could always call it our $1,200 payday, and that's how much basically we got, a little over $1,200 for one single day of work.
Where I work, we get standard pay from 7 a.m. till 3:30 p.m. Up till 6:30, it's time and a half, and anything after 6:30 is double time.
Damn, man.
Double time rarely ever happens though, unless we're doing like stock take or something.
Yeah, well, my OT is time in lieu. which I
You
can't
get
take.
paid salary or wage.
Technically it's a wage, but they just sort of say, well, if you work over, you take time off. But I never do. So anyway, it's all right. I'm paid pretty well. I'm not going to complain.
David,
I
where the
get
when the weather's crappy.
I get paid bucks an hour.
Yeah, I get paid plenty. Cool.
I'm gonna head off, guys. See you all next week for.
It's all right. I've been
Yeah,
See you,
you guys
mate.
have a good week as well.
I'll
reading
see
up
you
on.
all next week for future possible TPK.
Nah.
Ha 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 ha.
No,
You
they
gotta
just
sell
go.
that a little more, man. Not just say, oh, it might be a possible DK. You gotta put some total fear in us. Like
There's 2 of them
bad
and 6
shit's
of
gonna
us.
happen.
We'll be okay.
That tentacle thing doesn't actually exist in the book.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Gotta have them.
Yeah. No, that would tear you guys limb from at your current level.
That's a bad plan. It's not profitable.
And it has home field advantage.
I'm sure it does under the sewer water.
I'll tell you right now,
Legendary actions.
it doesn't have legendary action, but it does have a deadly bite and tentacles.
Yeah, that'll do. I'll live without it, thank you.
Guys,
Well,
like,
y'all have a good night. See you later.
See ya.
yeah,
See you, mate.
Yeah.
Bye.
Stu, text you later.
Cool. I'm ready for Ghost of Salt Marsh now.
Just having to get back in the DMC.
No. I've just been reading it and I went, oh yeah, do need to run this. So. What? Dragon Heist? No, Ghost of Salt Marsh.
The next campaign.
Next
I
campaign.
can't wait.
We'll definitely do that. It's a shortish one as well.
Oh,
I'm
and
not reading Dragon Heist, no. I've had it
Who?
for a year and I've not read it.
Rutek is a pirate in this campaign.
Yeah, I know. I might use the same character. Nah.
There's some custom backgrounds for Ghost of Saltmarsh.
What can you be?
Do you want to go in and have a look? I'll create a new Fantasy Grounds thing. Just give us a minute. I've even got the sound set for it, so that'll be good.
All right. Yeah, but that suits this adventure. When you play something else, you might, want to play something.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. I didn't read the barcode. I just used the one you used. There we go. See ya.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you should be able to use Epic Hook, Able Grave.